Okay, anyway, it's me who will be guiding you based on my experiences to crack NEET MDS, All India rank 120 and state rank 24, INI-CET rank 49 in 2019. Now, yes, we have our toppers since the start of the academy and even in 2026. Okay, most people tell this, I am not able to remember what I learn. This happens with most people because they don't understand the learning process in itself, because your theory exam learning is completely different from what you learn in your NEET MDS. So let me start how it happens. Okay, so what happens in our academy? You get your lectures and notes, you listen to the lectures, you read it, isn't it? Listen to the lectures, write down the notes, or you get the PDF notes, you do it. Now, please understand here, this first round is for understanding the concepts. Okay, don't say that after the lectures I forgot everything. This is very much human. Okay, this is very much human. Okay, agreed all of you? Now, see, then what happens? What happens after that? I'll just do one by one. You get your next day morning, or what I usually say is, okay, immediately after you write down your lecture notes for the entire thing, just quickly see what did you write. Again, nothing happens there. Please understand. Nothing happens there except that you're just taking inside 20%. Okay, I'll use. You're just taking inside 20% of what you learn. Now, will you realize that 20% has gone in? No, it's a long-term goal. Okay, please understand this. Because if you don't understand it, it's going to be a big problem. Okay, so same day, just review your notes and try to close your eyes and recollect each page. It won't take more than 20 minutes, I'm sure. Try to. It doesn't mean that every line has to be recollected. Please understand. Just see what you have written. You have written it, right? So just try to recollect what you wrote in each page. If you can't recollect, just open your eyes, see it once again, recollect, close your eyes, recollect once again. Do this for every page. It should not take more than 20 minutes. And what happens there is approximately 20% of things go in. Understood? This is what happens with your first encounter with your lectures. Okay, no doubts. Fine. So now you know what you have written. Now 20% have gone in, but you have not realized for sure. Okay, now what happens? You're solving your MCQ book. What happens here? Which is the book most commonly used? Dental Pulse. Now again, I always put this, caption below this. Dental Pulse is not the book considering the new pattern, but it just gives you where to focus on. What was last 2025? Dentist also fine. Okay, dentist also fine, but I prefer Dental Pulse because that is what preferred by most of the people. And since the launch of Dental Pulse Dental Pulse has been less errors comparatively. Okay, should you use triplet at this stage? No, it's too early to use triplet because that's it is based on year wise, not chapter wise. Okay, so you know where to focus on. You're just taking your MCQ book and you're just solving it. You have already understood some concepts. You have notes in front of you. You solve the questions. You read the question. You read the options. Now again, this is not the stage where you are checking your, how many correct you got and all. That's again, people make a big mistake saying that, sir, after the lectures, I solved the questions and I got many questions wrong. No, this is not that stage. You're still learning. You're taking in 10% more. Okay, so what happened so far? You have taken 20 plus 10. This is very important to understand. Again, you might not realize that 30% has gone in, but it has gone in. You have to trust in yourself. So what happened here? You just solved, or you just listened to the lecture, you quickly reviewed it, you started solving MCQs. If you don't know the answer, look behind your dental pulse, learn it. Learn it. Okay, it's not something to test now at this stage. Learn it. Okay, now that was your dental pulse. Now you're going to get your questions on the app. Okay, solving new questions on the app. Again, it is definitely based on previous exams. Okay, it's too early to solve all clinical questions now. Okay, you are not trained for that at this stage. So you will get all the previous questions based. Now see, please understand that the clinical questions are based on previous questions, but they have modified it clinically. That's the only difference. Okay, so it makes you start thinking. Okay, fine, I learned it, I solved the questions, now there is slightly modified version I'm getting. Okay, so it's good you start thinking about the same concept you learned. Again, more things are going in. It's not, please understand, it's not sitting with that lecture or sitting with that notes whole day. You are exposing yourself to new questions. People think that once I get the notes, once I have my lectures, I'll master it and then start solving dental pulse or questions, which is absolutely wrong. One more thing is happening here is you are learning 10% more, or you are taking in 10% more. Now you will not realize it. Trust me, you won't believe me. You will not realize that 10% totally how many percent have gone now? 20 plus 10 plus 10. You will not realize this till maybe your next phase of your study, which I'm going to discuss. Maybe after months, when you are taking your book back, you'll realize, or even in the examination hall or very close to the exam, you'll realize that these much areas have gone in and you have cracked your NEET MDS. Okay, I've already told you what how our toppers respond. They say that, sir, after the exam, I was totally broken. I was not even ready to respond to you. I was very happy that many questions came, but I was totally broken because questions I did lots of mistakes. Then they come back once they crack NEET MDS, says, sir, I got NEET MDS in Government Dental College. So the realization doesn't come in fact, but it's going in. Trust in yourself. Like I told you, it's the whole process you have to target. Okay, now what happens? This very important. Okay, you're going to the next phase of your preparation. I'll use pink color now. That day is over. That day is over. Okay, what is happening? You did what happened today. You got a chapter. For example, tomorrow we are going to start pharmacology. You're going to get lectures on general pharmacology. Okay, you take down ideally pharmacology, please take down notes. It's very volatile. Don't rely on any PDF notes, any textbook. Please write it down. Please. Lectures are very simplified. Please write it down. You get the lectures, you write it down. Okay, you review it once. Solve your dental pulse. Now it's too early to solve Sparsh Gupta if you're a slow learner. Okay, if you're learning 6 hours and above, Sparsh Gupta is fine. That too selective topics that you will, the first lecture on pharmacology is which book to follow and also don't please ask me today. Okay, we are covering it in our first lecture itself, don't worry. But what I mean here is you are solving your dental pulse, not Sparsh Gupta. Then you will get questions on the app tomorrow on general pharmacology. I think general pharmacology you are getting 2 days. So you can easily cover your topics. I think 2 days, not very sure, we'll check the schedule, but you're not getting too much. What are you getting? You have enough time, you're just getting lectures, you're getting your questions, your dental pulse. Solve it, relax. Don't say that, how do I remember 100% of everything? No, you're just remembering 40% and that too, you might not realize, fine, leave it, no problem. Very important. The next day morning when you get up, you finish today's portions. The next day morning when you get up, the first thing you have to do is revise whatever you did here. What does it mean, revise? Does it repeating? Is it repeating? No, just run your pages. See your notes. What did you write? Just see it. Just see it. Just develop a photographic memory. Close your eyes. Just recollect each page. What has happened? What has happened? That's it. Should you go back to your dental pulse? It's not easy because you hardly have 20 to 30 minutes. Okay. So leave your dental pulse. Leave your questions there. I'll tell you when to do them. But at least please make sure that you are doing your notes. One round, 20-30 minutes. Don't do everything. Okay, you can't be a master of everything. You can't do everything every day perfectly. So make sure that you just revise the next day. What did you learn the previous day? Make it simple. Don't worry. You're just trying to retain 40% of what you learned for a long term. Again, it's a long term. Don't lose heart saying that I've been doing this, nothing is going in, I've forgotten everything, what's the use, there is some mistake in the process being told to me. No, it's too early to analyze yourself. Many of our toppers have cracked NEET MDS using this technique. So don't say that nothing is happening, no, it's not going in, sir told to revise every day 20 minutes, but I can't remember. It's a long term goal, it's not a short term goal. Please understand this. Okay, so this happens on every day. You are retaining daily 40% of what you learned, and that's huge. That's not small. Only fools think that you have to perfect every subject for NEET MDS. Please don't be fooled. Okay, again, I'll just go back to this particular slide. Personal experience, based on the topper's experience, I'm guiding you. So don't look into those people who say that you have to learn everything. No, it's not like that. So what happens is that you come to your Sunday, today, oral pathology, week 2, already joined students. What was the goal for today? The goal for today was whatever you revised in the whatever you learned in the last 1 week, quickly rush through it. Again, quickly, because you have been doing every day morning 20%, so you can easily turn around your notes. It's already being registered. Not much, but yes, you can still remember something, recollect something. But more importantly, Sunday, try to do at least your dental pulse last 5 years questions. You know, it's a chapter wise, right? Last 5 years questions at least. You also have an option on our app to bookmark any question you want to. So if you want to do that too, also fine. But the minimum competition you have to maintain is your dental pulse. Okay, bare minimum. Now, when are we going to come on to your clinical discussions? When are we going to get those hi-fi questions? You will get it. But your base has to be strong. Your concepts has to be strong. Your dental pulse has to be strong. Your last 25 years papers has to be strong. Then only whatever we come on to, it will be clear. Don't worry. Don't think the dental pulse questions are not coming. Actually, questions are modified. Only what is happening is you didn't learn systematically. You didn't revise properly. You think that the questions are not based on dental pulse. Previously, exact questions used to come. Nowadays, it's modified. You're going to get those modified questions. Don't worry. But you are competing with those people who are doing this process only. They are not doing anything hi-fi. Trust me. They are not doing anything hi-fi. They're just sticking onto their basics. Basics in the sense, your theory, your core concepts, your dental pulse, a little bit extra. I'll come to that. So what is happening is, you're giving your exam at the end of the day. No matter how good, how bad you score, you're just giving your exam and you might get a 20% more from the exam. So basically, what do you got so far is around how much? 20 plus, that is 30, 40, 50, 60. This you are going to continue every week. Okay, this you are going to continue every week. Now, is it over? No, it's too early to tell that it's over. Now, what is going to happen tomorrow? We're going to start again. I'll give you the example. Pharmacology is going to get started. Okay, many people don't agree with me because they think that getting into NEET MDS is something very hi-fi. It's not. Okay, don't agree till you realize. Anyway, so coming back, you have done oral pathology in the last 2 weeks, isn't it? Or the new batch is going to start tomorrow. You're going to start pharmacology. Okay, but the older batches, imagine you did your oral pathology, whatever you learned, it doesn't matter how good you learned, it's all about improving. I'll come to that. But what you're going to do tomorrow is, before you start your pharmacology, you're going to spare 20 minutes or you're going to add 20 minutes to your schedule. This is very important. At what stage are you adding 20 minutes to your schedule is very important. For example, you are learning, for example, 4 hours now or 6 hours now. If you're a good learner, you will be learning 6 hours now. That's enough. You're going to add 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to that schedule. Okay, so if you've added 6 hours, 20 minutes, what are you doing right now? 20 minutes for oral pathology. Okay, or 30 minutes for oral pathology. Out of the 6 hours, 5.5 hours for pharmacology. Whatever the 30 minutes is remaining is the previous day's revision. So what are you eventually doing? You are preparing for your grand test on your oral pathology. We'll come to that. You're making yourself ready for your grand test for oral pathology. I'm going to come on to very soon. I'll give you this time, your time you're taking or time you're utilizing for revision and how huge it is if you take it for the whole year. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So you are preparing for your grand test for your oral pathology. Okay. And during this phase, you're going to learn 10% more. Eventually, what you are ending up is 60 to 70% of retention long-term goal before the exam. This is just your phase 1. Just imagine this is your phase 1. You have done, and if you can do this now, even if 60-70% doesn't goes in, even if 40-50% goes in, still you are in a much better position at an all India level, trust me. And this is what happens. This is what is the reality. Understood? So 60% already, you just see the last sentence. I'll just rub the remaining. Okay, see this. In your final revision stage or the next phase onwards, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, you're going to already, you have 60% of it retained before you start and you feel comfortable. You start enjoying your learning, and this is what happens if you really want to top the country. Understood, all of you? Any doubts here? Quickly let me know if you have any doubts. We'll clear it and then go to the next. Very important. This is very important.